Well, it's February. Most time in February, if you catch a speckled trout, you got to kiss it and let it go. Not this year. They open up our season, so February you can keep your trout. So get out there and go fishing. Get out of the woods. Deer season's about over. Speckled trout are being caught north of the 388 bridge in Crooked Creek and Burnt Mill Creek. Trolling a DOA cow, a little redfish magic cow, anything with a little paddle tail on it. The SS Minnows had a guy that's staying in river camps, came in here, bought us out of glow and gold glitter SS Minnows this morning, just tearing up the speckled trout north of the bridges. They were in kayaks, any kind of boat, slow trolling's the ticket. Also, out on the flats, talking with Wade Stepler today. He just got in the water off a charter. Good little bit of redfish. I'm going to let him tell you all about it. Wade, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Hey, Brad. How are you today?
Doing good. This is Captain Wade Stepler with Real Twisted Charters. You had a charter this morning, skinny water boat pulling around. Tell us about it.
I used a friend of mine's boat. He's got a little 17.5 action craft to get up shallow this morning. Man, we found a lot of redfish this morning, but they are shallow, shallow.
When you say shallow, how shallow?
8 inches,
8
10
inches. So if you're fishing in 2 foot of water or more, you're just entirely too deep right now.
Right now, you are. You are. I mean, we found several pods of fish, 12 to 15 fish, but you know they're in that 8 to 14 inch of water range.
What size? Those fish that are bunched in that 12 to 15 group? What size are those fish right now?
We had some of the bunches were 18, 20 inch fish, and then some of them were better 24 to 26 inch fish.
Right. Now that's weird. Most of the time, this time of year, February, you can look back at some of our videos with the Grassy Flats charters up there. We're just really up there on a school of 75 or 80 redfish. It hasn't been that cold this year, and I think that's why they aren't as bunched up.
I agree. I agree.
We really don't know. That's just kind of Dumb and Dumber's take on it here. But go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt there. So the fish are in shallow water.
They're very shallow. I was watching one tail this morning. He was so shallow that when he stuck his tail up, half of his body come out and gravity just pulled him. He flopped back over. He couldn't stand up to catch that crab or shrimp or whatever he was after. But
what were y'all throwing for baits in that shallow water?
We were just throwing some soft plastic, some DOA cow tails and gulp shrimp. You know, just something you can throw a long way, get you a weighted hook or a jig head or something. You know, you don't need the weight to hit the bottom, but you need the weight to be able to make that long cast to get to those fish without spooking them. Something else that really was a key this morning was that Berkeley Nano Fill. Man, that stuff flies off that reel like unbelievable.
It gives you that extra little distance.
It gives you that extra little bit of distance. I have been very, very impressed with it. The Shimano rods and reels setup too is done very, very well.
So this time of year, your higher end tackle is really gonna excel. You need a good rod, a good reel with that line. I think makes a big difference. That Berkeley Nano Fill he's talking about, we got some in the store. Come in here and look at it. It's thinner, it's stronger, it's slicker, it casts farther. Come in and take a look at it. And if you need an inshore guide, remember Captain Wade Stepler, the Real Twisted Charter. There's his website and his telephone number right there. Give him a call if you want to pick his ear. He works in the shop here with us. So come in, but the best thing is to actually get out there and get on the water. You can't catch them if you're sitting on the couch.
Yep. Have a good day.
Fishing in the last week or so has really picked up. The redfish are just absolutely everywhere. You want to put a live shrimp on the bottom. It really doesn't matter the size. Big, small, it really doesn't matter. And even fresh dead is just about as good. You're going to want to put those live shrimp on the bottom with a good, little 2-aught, 3-aught hook. Something with, a pretty good, decent gauge wire on it because those redfish are definitely large. You're not going to want to gaff these fish. You're going to want to use a pier net to pull them back up. As you see right here, pier nets, they're easy to use. You just simply drop them down, float the fish in it, pull the fish up, take the hook out, get 1 or 2 pictures. Be sure to really support the belly of them big redfish, then lower them back down and let them swim off. Please do not gaff these fish and do not keep them out of the water very long at all. A few Spanish are starting to show up. I'm actually getting some reports of a few being caught in the bay. I think those are mostly our resident Spanish that are being caught in the bay, but also a few are being seen off the piers. We're getting reports. We haven't seen any pictures or any video of any yet, so who knows? It may just be a fish store. There's only one way to find out. Get out on the pier and go fishing. All right, uni to uni. Blue is your main line. The clear line is our leader. Go for it, Wade. What you do is you overcross your lines.
You overlap.
And then you put a loop in your leader. You're going to do a the loop you made, you're going to put your tag in through that 5 to 6 times.
Mm-hmm. 3, 4, 5.
Then you're simply going to pull your tag line to snug that knot up right there. You ain't got to get it super tight yet. Some people like to put it in their mouth and moisten it up a little. That's fine. And then what you do is you take the tag end of your main line,
which is your braid.
You do the same loop in that, and you're going to wrap it between 7 and 8 times, just to tag in through the loop, just like you did on your leader, but on your main line. And once again, we're showing you how to do a double uni knot to tie in a leader onto to your main line. In this case, a fluorocarbon leader to braid. And then you pull that snug. And then what you want to do right here, this is the crucial part. You know, I get it in my mouth like Wade does. I slowly pull them side by side, and you see how those knots just crunch up on one another? And then once it's tight, that's all you need. I personally take each tag line and give it a short little tug, and then you take a little pair of nippers and cut off your tags, and that's a small, very strong knot that'll cast through the end of a guide. If you want to see how to do this in person, run by Sunjammers Water Sports.